This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
And I am Tim.
But this week, we're Hollywood Tom and Hollywood Tim.
I've got Oscar fever. Hit that Oscar fever theme song.
Da, 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 da. Show up the lights and turn on the sound. We're going to have a good time all around. And when we're all done, this is it. This is the show. Raise the screen.
Nice. And now we're into it.
Yeah.
The show. Tom.
The Oscars are this week.
Yeah. If you're listening to this the day it comes out, it's exactly 1 week from tonight.
Yeah.
Right? I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're recording this in 2011.
Yeah, we're just going by, what the studios have announced is going to be on the schedule.
Yeah, and trends.
Yeah, and whether we think it's going to be a good movie or not.
Yeah.
How do you, what order do you want to go through these?
Oh, we're just getting right into we
I mean, we can still talk more about Hollywood.
Don't you want to talk about Hollywood's biggest night?
Yeah.
Is it Hollywood's biggest night, or is that Golden Globes?
No, the Golden Globes. Fuck the Golden Globes. I'll say it.
First of all, stop with your cursing. Right in the first minute of the show, kids are listening.
You're embarrassing us in front of the Hollywood foreign press.
The HFP, which is the cool thing to say now.
Oh,
they don't say thank you to the Hollywood foreign press. They go, thanks to the HFP.
Well, that because they're so worried about getting played off the stage.
Yeah. TY to the HFP.
You know what I hate in award ceremonies nowadays?
What?
It's like a big trend whenever they have the music come up where people are like, turn that music down. I'm like, I worked my whole career. Don't turn it. And so many times it's like, no, I actually fucking crank the music. This idiot's droned on forever. Who
and
cares?
also literally everybody else, except for when I don't know, when a really old man or something wins.
Right.
They let him talk forever for some reason. But everybody else, they've always gotten played off. It's like, hey, turn that music off. This is my moment. It's like, yeah, but it's agreed
took longer
upon.
than everybody else's moment.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not 100% true because they should do it that way, but they don't. And what happens is towards the end of the night, that's when they're like, we're running over.
Yeah.
Cut this jerk off.
Yeah. Well.
Cut this jerk off.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to say. And then you turned it in just by adding another off.
Yeah.
Made it a far
made
crasser.
It obscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
This is what the censors are all over us for, Tom.
He's one too many offs in that sentence.
Remove one off.
And now it's a G-rated joke.
Here's why I think there's an argument to be made that the Golden Globes is more of Hollywood's night to shine than the Oscars.
Because they can drink.
Number one, they can drink. This year they didn't drink. They were like, we had to be serious.
What? Is that true?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, but there was still a couple
there was
of
nobody
boo sounds.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's not about that anymore, Tom.
Well, that's a shame.
But
PC culture run amok.
It's disgusting. It's like nobody can drink at award shows anymore.
Yeah.
No. It's because they include television.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Hollywood is inclusive of both movie and television.
That's true.
And you hey, if you don't have freaking, I don't know, Bosch there or the Suits.
Yeah.
Look, if you don't have the cast of Suits at your award ceremony, you don't have any royalty
why
there.
Why am I tuning in? Yeah. No, she's getting written off Suits.
What? Why, they don't agree?
No, it's just you can't be like a princess and a suit.
Why not? It's the blood oath that you take when you become a suit.
Right.
Once a suit, always a suit. And what if you ever have to split your time between a suit and
if you turn your back
and
on
a
the
tiara,
suits,
yeah,
then we don't want you. You're dead to us.
Yeah,
us suits.
Well, it's sad that her cast members turned on her like that.
Yeah, it's weird that I guess that's why I'd never marry into a royal family.
That's why.
Yeah, I've been asked a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
Prince Harry.
No, by some very third cousins.
Hmm.
They're like,
would you like to marry me? Oh, I'm a duchess.
I would marry a duchess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would never. First of all, I'm spoken for, and second of all, I wouldn't want to have to learn all the titles, and you'd have to remember everybody's name and the title associated with them, and like which ones have to die before someone you like gets to be the king or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Too much to keep up with.
It is too much. Well, you know what? Actually, you make a good point, because I guess maybe that's why you can't be a suit and a princess at the same time, because you got, how are you going to be memorizing lines while you're trying to memorize titles?
Tom, you're a suit yourself.
I beg your pardon.
How are you going to be able to memorize your lines when you're supposed to be trying on all these suits?
Yeah. It's always a weird thing. Are you impressed that people are able to memorize a lot of lines?
Absolutely.
Right?
Like, that's the most impressive thing to me.
Yeah, and I'm always amazed when, like, not to say all actors are dumb at all, but, like, there are some very dumb actors that they could still memorize the hell out of lines. So I'm like, well, push comes to shove, you're smarter than me, because I could not... Like, I don't care if you don't know how math works, but you can memorize a few lines. I wouldn't be able to do that.
I've tried to memorize lines before. I can't do it.
Yeah, that's why we have to do this show off script every week.
That's why you always hear these pages rustling in the background.
Yeah, it's a script.
Mm-hmm. We've scripted this part out. It's amazing, really. Tom?
Yeah.
As esteemed members of the Academy,
can
we get arrested for saying that if it's not true?
Yeah, but no jury on earth would convict us.
Yeah. Just try to convict us. We'll be political prisoners when they arrest us.
Yeah.
We've got our ballots. We're gonna fill out our ballots.
Yeah.
And we're gonna debate, because they only sent us one ballot this year.
Right. Yeah. So it's gonna be tough.
We've seen all the movies. Should we start with the big shebang?
No, Tim, you gotta keep everybody
but then
on bated breath. The ballot's in a weird order.
Sure is.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd say we go in the order the ballot's in.
Okay.
But maybe skip Best Picture.
Okay. I mean, it seems like the nominating committee skipped Best Picture, right? Because the Best Pictures aren't even represented there.
Is this about Justice League not being nominated again?
No, that's your battle to fight. I think Repo Man should be up there.
The first category, actor in a leading role.
Here to present the award for actor in a leading role. You know him from the Complete Guide to Everything podcast and the Metal series of young adult books. Tom Reynolds and Katie Holmes.
I wish.
I wish I could stand next to her and deliver an award.
Timothy Chalamet. Is that
Chalamet.
Chalamet. Call me by your name.
Chalamet, you call me by my name?
Have you ever thought of changing the spelling of Timothy to the way this Timothy spells?
That is how I spell my name.
Oh, with the
Timothe with an accent E.
Wow.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that. I've never written your name down.
Well, I'm a very fancy young man.
Daniel Day-Lewis for The Phantom Thread.
That was the spookiest movie I've ever seen.
Daniel Kaluuya?
You are not going to get this gig. Katie Holmes right now would be like, oh, brother.
Well, she's welcome to try. Daniel Kaluuya? Is that how you say his name? It's not Kaluuya.
Kaluuya.
Kaluuya for Get Out.
Get Out!
Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. And Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire. Or maybe it's Roman J. Israel Esquire for Denzel Washington.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a Denzel biopic. Do you say biopic or biopic?
Oh, I say biopic.
Yeah.
I hate
some people I respect say biopic.
Well, they're fucking...
Come on.
Dummies.
They're some of my best friends.
We'll go in reverse order. I have not seen Roman J. Israel Esquire. I actually heard it was really bad.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that. But
I was surprised he's nominated.
It's the law that you have
Denzel.
to nominate him.
I've not seen Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman.
Can we stop making just freaking movies about Winston Churchill already?
People like him.
And they all have like the same name.
The Darkest Hour.
Yeah.
The Winston Churchill story.
Yeah. It's boring and nobody likes it. Nobody likes Winston Churchill anymore.
People love Winston Churchill.
No, he's problematic now. It's true. And they make a pretty good case against him. And also, you know who else is problematic? Gary Oldman.
Why is he problematic?
Because he says he's one of these, like, why can't I say words?
Oh,
You know?
really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Commissioner Gordon Wood never said anything like that. He's a fair man.
The gentleman from Get Out.
Yeah.
See, this is why I wanted to do Best Picture first. Because I want to talk about these movies, not just these performances. We'll do what they do. We'll do actor and actress, and then we'll get to the movies.
Okay.
And then we'll get to adapted screenplay and
special effects, makeup,
sound editing, and
hair.
sound design.
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya is very good in Get Out. I've only seen him in that Black Mirror episode.
I haven't seen the television program Black Mirror.
He's very good in Black Mirror. He's very good in Get Out.
He is.
I'm glad he's nominated because that was like, I feel like could have been a performance people like sold short. I mean, a movie could have been a movie people sold short. It's like, oh, it's a horror movie.
But it's undeniable, Tom.
Yeah. And like he's doing a lot in that movie. Like he has to like sell so much. I mean, no spoilers, but like especially towards the end, and he's like having to like sell things with just his face. Just face acting.
Yeah.
Face acting, some of the hardest
Facting.
acting. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a great factor.
I have not seen Phantom Thread. I have not seen Call Me By Your Name.
Both great films.
So I guess I'm going to have to vote for Daniel, not Day-Lewis, because he was the only person whose performance I saw.
Wow. I'm going to go with Daniel Day-Lewis in Phantom Thread.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You liked it? Or did you like him, but the movie was like, eh?
I loved them both.
Oh. I see, I've heard, well, we'll save all this talk.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, Tom.
Yeah.
For the purposes of this podcast, I'm pretending I've seen the movie The Phantom Thread.
Oh, Tim. No, come on.
just letting you know. Because, like, otherwise, what are we doing this Oscar episode if we haven't seen all the movies?
a lot of the other movies.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just going to, well, I'll pretend I've seen Phantom Thread. That way I can, I can speak intelligently about it.
Are we going right to actress, or are we doing actor in a supporting
Let's
role?
do actress. We should have led with the actress, Tom.
Well,
Time's up for your goddamned leading with best
tell
actor.
that to Hollywood, Tim. I'm just going in the order they put these in.
I think Hollywood is hearing that from more people than just me, Tom.
Yeah, I don't think they care. They're not listening.
Actress in a leading role in a movie. From the movie The Shape of Water, Sally Hawkins. From the movie 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Frances McDoorbell. It's a good one, right?
Very good.
From I, Tanya, Margot Robbie. From Lady Bird. From The Post, Meryl Streep. I was on a PA system the whole time, Tom. You ever have the Oscars at Yankee Stadium? I'd go to that.
We should also give who we think is going to win.
Oh, yeah.
I think Daniel Day-Lewis is going to win.
DDL.
He's retiring.
Yeah.
He's won before, though.
If they give Gary Oldman that Oscar,
he's not going to win.
He won the GG. He won the double G. He took home the gold at the Golden Globes.
Golden Globes. People put too much stock in that.
All right. Yeah, DDL. They're not gonna be like, oh, you don't get an Oscar this time.
Yeah. I think it's either gonna be him or Get Out Daniel.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because I feel like when somebody gets nominated, that
everybody, the old man and DDL are gonna split the vote. You think?
Yeah, potentially. And I feel like Daniel, Get Out Daniel and Call Me by Your Name, Tim.
Damn Daniel. Is he nominated yet? Or is that not eligible until next year?
Next year it'll probably be eligible. Daniel and Timothy are the two young bucks.
Yeah.
And I feel like all the other guys are going to split the vote. People aren't going to vote for Denzel Washington. Nobody saw that movie. So I feel like I would actually give an edge. You know what? I don't think it's going to be Daniel Day-Lewis. I think it might be one of these other two guys.
Tom, we should be writing this down. Let's have me and you and Oscar pool.
Yeah.
And the loser has to give the other guy $1,000.
Well, who are you picking?
I'm picking DDL.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're not doing no, let's do $1,000 on
it. We're going to do $1,000 on each category.
Well, then it'll even out, presumably.
What if it doesn't? So is the other one like $15,000? Well, you should have made the bet.
Exactly. Be smart. All right, so I got $1,000 on Daniel Day-Lewis.
All right.
And guess what, Tom? If neither of us win, it adds up. So we both lose $1,000. It's $1,000 into the pot.
Oh, okay. The pot gets carried over till next year.
No, the pot
pot gets burned.
Look, here's the thing. All right, this is how it works.
All right.
I got DDL. You got Denzel. You said?
No, I said Daniel Kaluuya.
Okay, we each put $1,000 into the pot. Right? If I win, I get my $1,000 back out, but your $1,000 stays in the pot, and then whatever's in the pot, we take home at the end. The winner takes home.
I don't follow.
Yeah, that's too much. We'll just do a straight grand on every category.
All right. So then, who's your pick? And then who do you think is going to win for actress in a leading role?
Tom, I think the winner.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is tough because I think either Frances McDormand or
I thought it was Doorbell.
It's all manner of things. You never know with her.
If anything, it'd be
a loose
Frances
cannon.
McDormand. That's closer to her name.
She's nobody's doormat, Tom.
I know, so that's why.
Yeah,
it's
you
not
just try to
appropriate.
walk all over
Yeah,
Frances.
she'll get a bunch of billboards saying, "Hey, solve this case."
Yeah,
she'll get a bunch of billboards haunting me about the case I haven't solved yet.
It's gonna come down to her and Margot Robbie, right?
You think?
Yeah, who do you think? Lady Bird's got a
I
shot?
think Lady Bird's got a shot. I don't think it's going to be Meryl Streep. That's like a baloney if Meryl Streep wins.
Yeah, that is
she
baloney.
always wins.
That's like if Denzel wins for Roman J.
Yeah,
it's just like, yeah, really good actor, but like nobody cared about this movie.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
The Post, what were they doing? Like they were just like, oh, let's seize on everybody being like, newspapers are great. Let's make this movie in
you know what? That's what
30 days. Like, is there a script that happens to be about one of these? Okay, yeah, that one. I don't need to read it. I'm just gonna make it.
I wondered that when I saw the trailer for that movie. I haven't seen the movie, but when I saw the trailer, I was just like, did they just like rush this into production?
They did.
Oh, okay.
They made it like from
they were like Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks are sitting around doing nothing. They're begging to be in a movie again.
Yeah, and Steven Spielberg.
Also, just sitting at home bored.
Yeah.
Bored out of his gourd.
Twiddling their dang thumbs. Tom Hanks was so bored he was typing out books on a typewriter.
I think the bird from Lady Bird should win.
Don't call her a bird, Tom.
Well, she plays a bird in the movie.
Did you see the movie?
Oh, I'm thinking of Bird Lady.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Bird
okay.
Lady was not nominated for anything.
Well, that
movie was
shame.
sick. What they made that bird do.
I did see Lady Bird, and I liked it a lot. I saw Lady Bird, I saw I, Tonya, and I saw Three Billboards. I've not seen The Shape of Water or The Post. And out of the three movies that I've seen, I think Ronan from Lady Bird should win.
You can't say her name either? You love saying Irish names.
Saoirse. I don't love saying it. I just have to say them sometimes.
Yeah.
Saoirse.
I'm going to go with Ms. McDormand.
Has she won an AA before?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oscar winner Frances McDormand. That rolls off the tongue, right?
Sure.
Oscar, I've heard that before. Oscar winner Frances McDormand.
What about Academy Award winner?
Well, you know.
She's certainly been nominated. You've certainly heard Oscar-nominated Frances McDormand.
Right.
Bell.
No, Tom, come on. Let's see if she's ever won. This is a weird episode of our show, isn't it?
Sure is. Just guys wondering about things they haven't seen.
She won for Fargo.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah. Tom, you said bad things about her performance in 3 Billboards.
I didn't say. I just said it seemed like, I don't know. It was like a standard Frances McDormand.
What does that mean?
She's good. She's great.
You said a woman who speaks out of turn. Is how you described it.
A woman who should keep her mouth shut.
Oh, brother.
No, that's not what I said. I just think it's along the same lines of like.
I said something that you didn't say to make you seem like a real jerk, and then you said something worse.
I just think similar to Denzel and Meryl, that it's like, it's just like what we expect. I mean, maybe that's unfair to these people that it's like, they're so good that, they're never going to break out again. But I mean, I liked her performance. Like, she's playing an unlikable character.
She's very likable.
No way. She's not likable. She got her daughter killed.
Oh, it's because you don't like women, though.
All right, Tim, back to Oscar talk.
Tom, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up something real quickly.
What's that?
You're not wearing any pants.
Neither here nor there.
And also, we saw a lot of these movies thanks to the innovation that is known as MoviePass.
Yeah.
This sounds like we're like about to launch into a commercial.
Yeah.
No, it's like this is gonna end like weirdly, right? For everything, for like the music, the movie industry.
Yeah, because
is MoviePass Napster and we don't even know it?
No.
No,
it's like a different.
Like, everybody's still getting their money.
For now, anybody that doesn't know what movie, didn't we talk about this on a recent episode?
I don't think so. I think we talked about it at length in our
private lives.
Yeah,
which should stay private.
Yeah, you know what? Forget it. Back to the nominees.
No, basically, because there are other, even like there's versions of this in England, but the ones in England I think are different because they actually go through the movie theater.
Oh yeah,
it's like you buy a pass from the movie theater. MoviePass is just.
The ogres that own movie theaters.
It's $10 a month, and Tim, you've been confused ever since you saw Shrek in the movie theater, and you thought, "Oh, this is the man that owns the movie."
Yeah,
theater.
I thought so. He looks like the man that that owns my local movie theater.
He looks like Harvey Weinstein. You ask me.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tim, the gloves are off.
Wow. Now who's Harvey Weinstein?
So it's
now what is Shrek?
It's $10 a month, and they send you a MasterCard. It's like a real MasterCard. There's no funny business about it, and an app. They don't send you the app. You have to download it.
Yeah, I was very upset about that. I thought I would be getting the application in the mail as well.
Yeah, on a disc to put on. Do you remember like when the iPhone first like announced the App Store? People were like, "What? Well, what if I want to buy software from a store and install it on my phone? Like, this is ridiculous."
I don't remember this, but I didn't work at an Apple store at the time.
Right.
So,
well, I'm telling you, some people were like that.
All right.
And, think it back.
I'll go ahead and take your word for that
one. So it's an app, and you tell the app, like, "Oh, I'm at the movie theater. Yeah, you have to be within 100 yards." And you tell it, "I'm going to go see this movie." It has the listings on there. And then it goes, "Okay, we unlocked the credit card for a half hour, so now you can go use that credit card. But don't buy anything else, you son of a bitch."
Oh, can I buy candy?
Yeah, they'll throw you off MoviePass if you do that.
But I'd like to see them try.
I mean, it'd be very easy. It probably wouldn't even be a person that would do it. It'd be like an automated script that would just throw you off. So it lets you go buy the movie ticket with that card. And yeah, so the movie theaters don't have to, like, they have no say in this because it's a regular credit card. And short term, they shouldn't care because they're like,
They're
we're
getting
still
their
getting the full.
And schmoes like me, I'm paying. Like MoviePass is paying for me to see movies that I would never, ever dream of going to a movie theater and spending money on.
And especially in New York City, like the theater that I go to see movies at most is $17, even for a matinee ticket. So for $10, it's a no-brainer.
And MoviePass's ultimate goal is to squeeze the shit out of these theaters,
right?
Because mooks like me will go see a bunch of movies that they
you
wouldn't
have
seen,
gone,
and they would have got. So like MoviePass is paying $17 5 more times a month,
right?
Than I would spend $17 at these places.
So now they're
guess what? I bought freaking Reese's Pieces.
Mike and Ike's.
I never buy anything at the movie theater.
But when you're going there
like
for essentially free, or like $2,
it's effectively free, right? Because like I'm getting
it's a sunk cost.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm seeing that for free. Yeah, I was like, hey, guess what, wife? You can have a few of my Reese's Pieces.
Wow, she had to buy a full price ticket though.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we've seen a lot of these movies.
Yeah.
Because normally, honestly, like most Oscar movies, like I'll wait till they're on video. I'll watch them at home.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of them aren't movies that's like, no, you gotta see it in Dolby, bro. You gotta see it on the big screen.
Some of them you do, but we'll get to those. Tom, let's get to the big one, the one we've all been waiting for: animated feature film, and the nominees are The Bossy Baby. The Breadwinner. What's The Breadwinner, do you think?
No idea.
Something like...
foreign.
Yeah, something French, probably. It's about bread.
He has won the bread.
They are eating bread all the time, right?
They love bread.
Coco.
Yeah.
The Pixar film about chocolate. Ferdinand. The John
DreamWorks.
Cena as a
bull.
And Loving Vincent. Do you know about Loving Vincent?
No.
It's about Van Gogh, which overseas, Tom, our UK listeners will know Vincent Van Gogh as Vincent Van Gogh.
Yeah. And our spooky listeners will know him as Vincent Price.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Vincent Van Ghost.
Damn it.
Jesus Christ, Tom.
Or Vincent Van Gogh.
Ooh, man, there's a lot of spooky versions of him.
Yeah.
We should get me and you and one other person, and one of us should go as Vincent Price. Well, that wouldn't make sense. Anyway, Loving Vincent is the story of his life, but done in the style of his art.
Oh.
So
it's feature length. So
yeah.
That's a lot of paintings.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know I don't know how it's actually done, but it looks like it. I went to the Van Gogh Museum. Where is that? Amsterdam, I want to say.
Sure.
That guy had a bad life.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was good, but he thought it was bad.
Right. You were like, you're making paintings.
Yeah. I'm not good at painting. All I ever wanted to be was good at painting. Maybe you should have counted your blessings.
You told that to the woman at the front desk?
Yeah, I assume that was like his
can you
daughter.
tell Vincent? Is he in today? No? Okay. Leave a message.
Tom, have you seen any of these films? Boss Baby, Breadwinner, Coco?
I have not seen one of these movies, actually.
Wow. Okay, so this bet, I call Coco.
You've only seen Coco.
Yeah. Okay. No, but if we're betting on who will win, I already took Coco.
I'm going to take the Boss Baby.
The Boss Baby, I've heard, you know how, in the mid-2000s you started hearing, no, you know what? ABBA was actually good.
ABBA?
Yeah, the band.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was just,
cheesy.
Bubblegum pop. They're actually good.
Yeah.
And now, that's what everybody
Now they're making Mamma Mia, too.
Yeah, now everybody accepts, ABBA was just a good band.
So you're saying the Boss Baby's the new ABBA?
Yeah, it started with, you joke that it got nominated, but, it looks beautiful. Right, and I haven't seen it. I don't know how beautiful these babies are, the boss or the workers.
Yeah.
And then it started going no, the first 45 minutes is the best written 45 minutes of any movie this year. Yeah, then it goes a little off the rails. It's what are we talking about the Boss Baby like this for?
Yeah.
I hope the Boss Baby doesn't win. I don't like to see Alec Baldwin happy.
Right. I don't like to see babies win.
I like to see babies win. I
Nah,
like to see
because
babies.
then it's like, they're resting on their laurels the rest of their lives.
Yeah. I think if anything's going to upset, it's going to be Loving Vincent. Right? Because it's not. Or depending on what the breadwinner is. But I don't think anybody's willing to.
No. And Ferdinand's not going to win.
No. A bull winning an Oscar? What is this? The Mooskers? The Academy Awards?
Let's talk about cinematography.
Cud? Chewing cud? What are some good cow puns? I'll think about this later.
Let's talk about
the
cinematography.
Academy Awards? What is this, the Academy Awards, Tom?
Yeah, all right, I get it.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Cinematography. Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Mudbound. I almost said Bloodhound. Mudbound, and The Shape of Water.
Where is this even on the
It's
list?
on the left side, 5 or 6 down.
Okay, yeah. Oh, right under the one that I read just now?
Yes.
Okay. Blade Runner 2049. Literally, the only thing I've heard about this movie is that it's really long.
It looks phenomenal.
Does cinematography have to do with how long a movie is?
Well, yeah, because then, it's more
shots.
film.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, more cinema.
Because the cinematographer is responsible for buying the film, right?
Ultimately, yeah.
So, they had to buy a lot of film. They had to negotiate a better price. They're probably better at their job.
Right.
Some movies are short, and you're just like, cinematographer couldn't buy enough film, huh?
Ran out of film.
Yeah.
And I had to wrap this up quick. I mean, it should probably be Dunkirk that wins.
Dunkirk, Tom, you and I saw it. We both got hats. Did you get a hat?
We got free Dunkirk hats.
Yeah.
We were the Dunkirk boys for an afternoon.
Yeah. Hello, here we are again, the Dunkirk boys.
We got to see Dunkirk earlier than anyone in America.
Yeah. Thanks
Almost
to my
anyone.
connections.
Yeah. But so Blade Runner looks gorgeous, but a lot of that is CG.
It's too sharp, if you ask me, and too fast. I guess if you're running on sharp things, you want to go as fast as possible.
That's the only way you can keep up on them. But Dunkirk still has special effects, but a lot of it didn't. And he shot that on 70 millimeter. So you want to talk film quantity per square area, Tim? 70 millimeter is bigger.
That's true.
So it's probably more film on Dunkirk, even though it's a shorter movie than Blade Runner.
Blade Runner was probably shot digital, right?
I'm not sure. It didn't. I think it might not have been.
Doesn't matter. Darkest Hour. Stop pretending that this was a movie that just because it's about.
Who are you, Jason Mann?
Huh?
Who are you, Jason Mann? Getting shot on digital.
No, I was just talking about they didn't buy any film.
Oh right. Oh yeah. Okay.
You're talking about more film. Yeah, definitely. Anything compared to zero is anything is going to win.
And ultimately, it's the men who sell the film that decide this category.
The men and women.
It's just men. It's a very sexist industry.
Wow.
Film sellers.
Wow. Okay, I'm definitely gonna put my money on Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Darkest Hour, I could make a dark movie too. You just turn off a lot of the lights.
And honestly, Mudbound is hurt because it's Netflix.
Yeah.
People aren't seeing it on the big screen.
Exactly.
So they're not going to have the same impact.
More not flicks on a big screen. That's what a lot of the industry people call
that's what
Netflix. Not flicks on a big screen.
Yeah, it doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Not big flicks sometimes, but...
Okay. I'll have to take your word for it.
Nut flicks. All right, so we're both on Dunkirk, so we both owe each other $1,000. We can exchange that now.
Well, unless it loses, then we're both down $1,000.
Yeah, exactly, and that goes in the pot, right? Now you're buying into my pot theory.
Wait, and then the winner gets the pot?
Yeah. The person who wins the most. Yeah.
Okay. Now I understand the pot.
Yeah. Let's talk about directors here, man.
Yeah.
for the best directing of an Oscar-winning movie.
None of these movies have won Oscars yet.
I mean, by the time they present the award, they might have.
That's true.
You ever think of
I
that?
take it back.
I'll expect an apology from you, Tom. Dunkirk, the movie about World War II. Get Out, the movie about, hey, get out of my house already.
No, it's you saying to the guy, get out of there.
I don't think you saw it, Tom. Lady Bird, the movie
Start
about
with you.
a lady trapped in a cage.
Who
Don't
desperately
clip,
wants to be a
yeah,
bird.
Don't clip my wings. The Phantom Thread, for my money, a great movie that we all the people like me who saw it loved. And The Shape of Water, a movie about a mute woman who has sex with a monster.
Is she mute?
Yeah.
How is she nominated for an award then?
What do you mean?
She's nominated for actress in a leading role.
Who, Sally Hawkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still on screen.
No.
Tom, that woman can say more with her eyes than you can say with your mouth.
I don't know. I can say a lot with my mouth.
You can't say the last name of the man from Get Out.
Kaluuya.
See,
I think it's Kaluuya.
She would say that with
Kaluuya.
her eyes,
No,
and
that's true.
and she should win an award. Tom, who do you think who do you think will win the director? I think it will be,
Jordan Peele?
no,
No.
I think it'll be Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, I mean, those are my two picks. I like both of those movies.
If you're somebody who's like a big fan of talking in movies,
Yeah,
if you think directing has anything to do with directing
Talking.
people who talk,
yeah.
you should not want Dunkirk to win.
Yeah,
Because
there's
there's,
barely
like,
any talking.
There's 8 lines in it, and I didn't understand anything anybody said in that movie. It was
Yeah.
either too loud or too British.
Yeah, there's 8 lines, and half of them are like,
As planes are flying and dropping bombs.
yeah. Or, no, you never see the Nazis. That's the whole thing. You never see the Germans.
Yeah. Yeah, because F them.
It's true. Hey.
I don't know what that means. I heard it on TV once.
I haven't seen The Shape of Water, but
Guillermo del Toro. You don't like
I'm
him?
not a huge Guillermo del Toro fan. I liked a lot of Pacific Rim, but I didn't like Pan's Labyrinth.
But the monster had eyes on his hands.
I know,
remember?
it was real scary.
Yeah.
I didn't like the 2 Hellboy movies. Guillermo del
To
Toro.
hell, boy.
Guillermo del Toro makes movies that should be right up my alley, but for whatever reason, I'm just not super into him.
Because he's a little too cute for your tastes.
He's
I
a little
think.
too fantasy focused. I'm not a big fantasy. I have a lot of big fantasies,
Yeah.
but not the same as that Guillermo del Toro has.
Gross. I just really patted myself on the back here that it says directing, right? And it lists the movies and not the director, which is weird.
Yeah.
But I know who directed all these movies.
Good for
Phantom
you.
Thread, P.T. Anderson, my favorite director.
But from what I've heard, they're he did a good job. But
Where are
it's
you
not...
hearing this from? I'm interested. Because the only things I've heard,
Mhm.
and I haven't heard a lot about
Yeah.
Phantom Thread, and it's weird that I haven't seen it. I saw his last 4 movies the day they came out.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard a lot, but everything I've heard is hands down best movie of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the place I've heard all these is the offices of the Hollywood Reporter.
Oh wow.
I hang out there a lot.
Well, they would know.
Yeah.
They're located right in Hollywood. So do you fly out there to just hang out in the offices?
Yeah. Get in at 9, I'll leave at 5.
And then fly home.
Fly home, yeah.
You land at 2 a.m.
Yeah, get to sleep. I gotta get to sleep right away. I walk my dog, then I go to sleep.
Yeah. The good thing is you can get on a flight noon here and still be into to work on time.
Yeah, I sleep in.
Yeah.
and then I have the plane drop me off right at the office.
Commuting from New York to LA would be tough, I think. How many days a week?
It
do you
would
do
be,
that?
but I do it.
Yeah.
I do it 5 days a week.
Wow, 5 days a week.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
weird,
I
'cause
gotta
and
hear what
also-
all the scuttlebutt is.
But I also see you usually Wednesday nights to record.
That's
this
a
show.
hologram.
Oh my word!
Well, have you ever touched me on a Wednesday night?
I've never had the audacity to try to touch you on a
Right.
Wednesday night.
And on Wednesday nights, I'm always like, "Don't touch me."
Yeah, well, you know.
Well, and now you know why it's a hologram.
I figured you were just demure.
Well, a little demure, but also a hologram. And I've just been terrified that the illusion would be broken.
So who do you think's gonna win the best director?
I think Jordan Peele's got a very good chance.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I like Jordan Peele.
I think
the
the fact that he's like a first-time director and like
is Greta Gerwig.
Is it the first time she directed?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, she's written other things that she's been in. No, I'm not. I'm not saying like, oh, that doesn't
Jordan
count.
Peele's
I'm just
written
saying, what am I
things.
thinking that she hasn't? Who directed Francis Ha?
What's his face? The dude that does all those movies.
Greta Gerwig.
Greta Gerwig. Greg Gerwig.
Greg Gerwig. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Jordan Peele, just because Get Out got nominated for so many things.
Noah Baumbach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Get Out got nominated for so many things, and everybody that saw that movie, I feel like was most impressed by like, wow, this guy who was, half of a sketch comedy team.
Well, I don't like
his
that.
first movie, and he just like knocked it like
I don't like
out
that
of the
thinking.
park.
I think that's reductive thinking.
But I think
it's
that's
kinda
the way
like,
people are gonna think.
It's good for a guy that does this stuff. Like, no, look, I wish I could. We had to do Best Picture next because I want to speak candidly about these films. Tom,
All right.
who do you think's gonna win? You think Jordan Peele?
Yeah.
I think Greta Gerwig, but also I wouldn't be surprised if P.T. Anderson took it, just because like
That's true too.
he's he finally made like a a British costume like period piece,
Right.
where it's just like they're like we love this stuff.
Yeah,
British accents.
That's what the Academy
yeah.
loves. I would be surprised if Dunkirk won.
You would be?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because it was a great movie.
It was an undertaking.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, it was a great movie, but I also feel like...
Christopher Nolan's a butthead.
But, yeah.
I mean, we're going to hear bad things about Christopher Nolan at some point.
No, I don't think so.
Really?
No.
Maybe his
He's
brother.
friends with Batman.
Yeah, Batman's problematic, Tom.
No, he's not. Why? Because he adopts all these kids and gets them to fight crime with him?
Yeah, and sometimes they die.
Sometimes, but usually they come back.
From the dead?
Yeah, from a Lazarus pit or whatnot.
And now, the award you've all been waiting for. Best Picture of the Oscars goes to one of the following.
Yeah, but you have to read them all.
Call Me by Your Name. Wait, Call Me by Your Name. Is that a typo?
No, Call Me by Your Name.
No, it's Call Me by My Name.
Call Me by My Name.
Yeah.
No, it's Call Me by Your Name.
That seems like a weird request.
The rest of the movie.
That's a confusing movie.
No, the rest of the movie, it's like a Who's on First situation.
Yeah, that sounds like an Abbott and Costello routine.
Yeah,
No, Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah, it's just 2 hours of that, just back and forth. It's one long take.
Sorry, my browser closed. The Darkest Hour, the boringest.
You didn't even see it.
Yeah, but screw that. Like, who cares? Look,
Who cares about history?
No, not who cares about it. Well, first of all, like, enough about Winston Churchill already. Like, I know. I never met the guy.
Make movies about people I've met.
Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Which Winston Churchill figures prominently in.
But he's not in it, though.
But you never see it. And it ends with a very famous speech that Winston Churchill made, and they didn't have Winston Churchill or somebody.
He wasn't available.
What? He's usually cheap. He's
No,
like
he's like really throws his weight around in Hollywood now. It's not a fat joke.
Well, it's a problematic joke, Tom, for a problematic man. He's like what's his face at the end of his career? He'd just do anything.
Can
you think of who I'm talking about? I'll give you 30 seconds, and you tell me.
Are you thinking of Orwell?
Orson Welles. Yeah.
Orson Welles.
Orwell's. Okay. Right? Because he was in like freaking like Transformers.
Yeah, and doing wine commercials.
All right, Dunkirk. Get Out.
Yeah.
To which I hope the Academy voters don't say, "Hey, get out of town."
Hope they say get in to an Academy Award.
And then into a limousine into the after parties, because that's when the real party starts.
Yeah. Well, it is when the party starts.
The Lady Bird.
Yeah.
Not a Lady Bird Johnson movie. I remember when everybody said that. The Phantom Thread, a movie that I saw, and let me tell you.
Scary.
Terrifying. The Post. A great
album. I thought that was The Past.
No, it's The Post. It was a great album by the punk rock star Jeff Rosenstock. Just came out. The Shape of Water, a lady, sex with a monster. We remember this.
He's not a monster.
What is he?
Just because he's like a sea creature, it doesn't make him a monster.
I think everything
he's
that
handsome
lives
for
under
a sea
the
creature.
sea is a dang monster. You haven't seen it?
Well, you sound like you'd be the antagonist in this movie.
Sure.
You're right in the lab. Everything under the sea is a monster.
Yeah, allow me to be the voice of reason.
Allow
in these
me
films.
to speak for this woman who can't.
And then finally, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, right?
Yes.
Tom, who do you think will win, and who do you think, or what do you think should win?
I think Call Me By Your Name will win.
Really?
Yeah.
My word.
Well, it just seems like that movie's got a lot of steam behind it.
Yeah, more steam than Lady Bird.
Yeah, and the problem with Get Out is it came out like a year ago. Like, it's the first February release that's been nominated in, like, I don't know, a very long time.
What do you think should win?
I think Get Out should win.
I think Get Out is the best movie that's come out in the last 10 years.
Yeah, it was a very good movie, and it was very different than anything out there, but especially anything on this
Like, every
list.
aspect of that movie was perfect and perfectly executed, and I will be furious if Get Out doesn't win Best Picture and every single category that it's nominated for, and I'm pissed that it's not nominated in every single category.
Like documentary short subject.
Yeah! Jordan
will,
Peele did say it was a documentary.
I will say this, too, about Get Out. It is the only movie on this list that...
Yeah, it's the only movie on this list, which, come on, I thought this was the movie awards.
No, it is the only movie on this list that wasn't made with the idea that it was gunning for an Oscar.
Call Me By Your Name, maybe not.
No, I definitely think Call Me By Your Name was like... I don't think they were like overconfident about their odds, but
definitely Darkest Hour, definitely Dunkirk. I don't know Lady Bird, actually.
I think same thing though, because
like,
they always know that there's going to be a few indie movies, like small indie movies, that are going to get in there.
Yeah, but she's like she makes all those movies with Noah Baumbach, and like none of those movies ever get.
I don't care if she makes it with Baumbach or no Baumbach.
Well, this one she knows a very prominent Baumbach. No, but like they make movies together. They've made a few together, and like he never gets nominated for anything anymore. And I think like,
well, maybe that's why she finally ditched him.
Yeah, probably.
Said you're the problem.
Good move. Phantom Thread, yeah. Post, definitely. The Post was like, hey, what's the most cynical way we can take
get nominated for an Oscar?
Take advantage of the current political climate and cultural climate to get nominated for an Oscar. Like, get Spielberg, get Meryl Streep, get Tom Hanks, the most Oscar trio in history.
Yeah,
and make it and like thinly veiled reference to current political. Yeah. All right. Shape of Water. I think that guy's just making movies to like.
Yeah, I don't know if he would. I'm more talking about not even like the directors, but like the studios.
Yeah.
Being like, yeah, we're going to have this be released in November and we're going to, get it out in New York and LA.
You think
and
Call Me By Your Name will win, huh? Even with that big error in the title.
Even with the huge typo.
Jeez, just from a copywriting quality control.
Well, they were probably so confused when they put in Army Hammer. They were like, "Wait, is this a name?"
Or just a really cool couple words.
Yeah, or just like what a 5-year-old boy would think is a tough guy name.
Tom, I'm afraid. Is there one that you're afraid will win?
3 Billboards, I'm afraid, will win.
Can you believe the goddamned think pieces? Like, it's going to be a bloodbath if that thing wins.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an opinion about that movie.
Yeah.
I have an opinion. You have an opinion. Literally, everybody has, like, a very strong opinion. My opinion has since been, like, dulled because, like, I'm just so tired of any discussion of that movie. It's not, in that, like, it's not a major enough film to be discussed as much as people are discussing
It's
it.
nominated for an Oscar.
I know, it sucks. No, it sucks that it is. I thought it was a pretty good movie. But my God, there's nothing else. Like, I've had so many conversations where I've, like, defended it or, like, vilified it if somebody liked it too much.
Yeah.
And just, like, I don't care. Like, it's not worth this amount of time for everybody.
It's not
to
that
talk.
Interesting of a movie.
Exactly.
To
It's
warrant
good.
all that.
I think it's good, and I think there's great performances in it.
Yeah. But, like, so there's an example of something that I think was also, like, geared towards Oscar.
Why? Because a woman spoke in it?
No, because, like, she's won an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell has won, or he's at least been nominated.
Maybe.
So
Well, just because you get Oscar-winning people. Freaking Cuba Gooding Jr.'s been in a bunch of movies.
No, but I feel like once you get
They don't make Mission Impossible 5, and they're like,
once
well...
you put 2 Oscar winners in a thing, you're like, we're gunning for an Oscar. We're gunning
don't
for some
entirely
Oscars.
disagree.
Name a movie that's had 2 Oscar winners in it that has not gotten some nominations.
Going Out in Style.
What is that's Morgan Freeman and Bobby De Niro and
No, Michael Caine's in it, I think.
yeah.
There's like, it's a bunch of old,
yeah.
well, like Anne Margaret's in it. Is she still alive?
It should have been nominated then.
No, I watched it. It's the one movie that I've watched that's come out in like the last 3 years, like at home. It's like, I'll watch this movie. It sucked. It was filmed near my old apartment, though, so I watched it.
Did you get to watch it for free because of that?
I got to watch it for free because I have your mother's HBO Go password.
You son of a bitch. Production
Are you calling
design.
my mom a bitch because she wouldn't give me her HBO Go
Exactly.
password?
You want to talk about sound mixing? Let's talk about the screenplays.
Yeah, because we're a couple of writers ourselves, right?
Yeah.
A couple of published novelists.
Yep, we both are.
Yeah.
Adapted screenplay.
Ooh, adapted.
Call Me by Your Name. The Disaster.
What was that, a book?
I think so. Maybe a play.
Okay.
One of the two. Something that they adapted it from. The Disaster Artist.
You know what that movie should have been called?
What?
The Disaster.
Boy, you said it, not me. Logan.
Logan Lucky. I saw that
No,
movie,
not
and
Logan
it was
Lucky.
great. They robbed the NASCAR.
Molly's Game.
It's about ecstasy.
No, it's about,
going-
gambling.
Oh.
And Mudbound.
Mudbound. Why the hell haven't I watched Mudbound?
I don't know. You have a Netflix account. You can watch it.
Yeah, I know. And what's her face? Mary J. Blige is nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Who doesn't love Mary J. Blige?
I actually thought when I saw the billboards for Mud, I thought it was like a mini series. I thought it was like a few episodes.
That's
I didn't realize it was a
confusing
movie.
with Netflix because you can't tell movies
Yeah,
from
because you see
series.
something and you're like, oh, that looks interesting, but like, do I want to watch 13 episodes?
But then I thought, what is it? Is it an Errol Morris movie that
That is episodes.
the Wormwood?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll sit down and watch this documentary. And then it's like episode 1.
8 hours long.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, guys. Hey, Netflix. Hey, what's his name?
Just be a little clearer.
Ted?
Reed Hastings.
Ted Hastings? Reed Hastings. Who's Ted in the...
I think you're thinking of the movie Ted.
Yeah.
Available now on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, that's not. He doesn't own Netflix.
No.
Then why is his movie so prominently featured? In
You
my
might be thinking of
recommendations?
Better Off Ted. They have old episodes of that.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, because I see Ted 2, and Better Off Ted recommended for you. I was like, Ted Hastings.
Oh, Ted at it again.
Reed Hastings. Make a better distinction between.
Hey,
film
Reed, why don't you listen for a minute?
instead of reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If his name was Talk, that would have been better.
Yeah. Man, I really hope Logan wins.
Yeah, you love the movie Logan.
Logan's
I
such a
almost
good
used my
movie.
connections to get you into a good
Screening with Patrick
screening of
Stewart
Logan.
himself.
We would have had to get there real early.
Yeah.
That would have sucked. Logan.
And he probably wouldn't have listened to my request of saying, can you do your line from Extras about, but it's too late. I've already seen it.
I watched that the other day.
Yeah, I was thinking about Extras the other day. I'm like, man, they had Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Professor X and Magneto, two super accomplished old actors in like their best performances ever. When Ian McKellen's like explaining acting to him, so good.
Tom, we do love that TV show.
Yeah.
Even though, well, this is not fair.
All right.
I think Call Me by Your Name will win.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I have to see it. I have to see it to believe it. I think Logan might have a shot just because like so much of Hollywood is based on superhero movies now.
Yeah, but if that were the case and if like that mattered.
No, I mean it doesn't matter, but like I think that they might want to encourage like the one superhero movie that like took some chances.
I think they're just all waiting for it to die. Or I think like most of like, I think the way Hollywood treats these superhero movies are like, hey, you guys all make that and get your big paycheck, and then you come back and do movies that you don't get a lot of money for, and we'll give you statues for those.
Yeah, but what if they can have both?
Flew too close to the sun.
What do you think is? Oh, you already said what do you think?
Yeah.
Is gonna win.
I do think perhaps Molly's Game.
Really?
Just because Aaron
Oh.
Sorkin, they love giving that guy awards. They're like,
But I feel like he
he's
was making this like his thing of like I directed. Hey, I directed.
But he also apparently wrote it.
Yeah.
Original screenplay, The Big Sick. What did you say, Logan? I said Call Me by Your Name.
Mm-hmm.
Original screenplay, Big Sick, Get Out, Lady Bird,
Lady
The
Bird.
Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I don't know. I mean, I still favor Get Out and Lady Bird for those. I haven't seen The Big Sick yet.
You haven't seen The Big Sick?
No.
Man. And here I thought you were a part of the alternative comedy scene.
Is it a good enough screen? I've heard it's a good movie, but like, is it a strong enough screenplay to compete? Like, I feel like whenever something gets nominated for best original screenplay and it's not nominated for like best director or best picture, it's like, that doesn't have much of a shot.
I wouldn't award it if it were up
Because
to
if
me.
it wins, then it's a real indictment of the director and actors in it.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, wow, this is the best screenplay. It's a shame you guys sucked it up so bad.
I don't think Kumail Nanjiani is expecting to win a best Oscar, best actor Oscar anytime soon. But it was good. It was good. It was a very good movie. I hope the winner is either Get Out or Lady Bird. I think it's going to be Lady Bird.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it should actually be Get Out, though. Get Out is perfectly structured. I'm going to say Get Out, because, like, look.
as far as, like, a screenplay goes, yeah, that's, because, like, Lady Bird, it's one, like, I loved it, but it's still one of those movies that, like, just kind of ends.
Yeah, and it is so dependent on its performances.
Right.
You could have had bad performances in Get Out, and that's still on the strength of its screenplay.
Yeah.
Would have been, like, a great movie, even if everybody on screen beefed it, which they did not.
Well, and if you think about both those screenplays, if you sat down and read them, like which would be like the screenplay you wouldn't be able to put down until you finished it.
One of them made me cry though.
Justice League.
Justice League.
When Superman comes. Oh shit! I spoiled.
God damn it, Tom! I was saving it for tonight. Hate you. You know what? This is done. We're never doing another Oscar preview again.
All right. That's fair. If you like the show, you can check out more at tcgte.com. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/complete guide. Follow us on Twitter at complete guide. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tom Reynolds.
Follow me on those things. Hey, your pal Tim.
Oh, you came back just to plug your screen names.
Look,
your
I
handles.
need to plug my handles, baby.
You're right. You need to plug your love handles.
Aw, I'm leaving again.
If you want to support the show, you can support us by doing your Amazon shopping through tcgt.com/Amazon and checking our Patreon at tcgt.com/pledge, where you can get bonus mini episodes and live hangouts, all kinds of fun nonsense.
Tom, I'm glad we wore tuxedos for this.
Me too.
I think
and walk the red carpet.
Yeah, I think the listeners could sense the kind of pageantry around this.
I mean, my neighbors were giving me some real weird looks when I rolled out that red carpet in front of my apartment building today.
Yeah, and you were like, nobody walk on this.
Nobody walk on this.
Take the other elevator.
You can stand there and take photographs and autographs.
You signed autographs?
Yes. But the red carpet's only for celebs. I'd like to go to an Oscar party.
Like here or like in Hollywood?
No, in Hollywood.
Like
I
the
don't want to go
Vanity
here
Fair.
with losers. I want to be with all the stars.
I would hate that.
Why?
Because
I feel
like
they're so much fun looking.
Yeah, they're fun if you were nominated or if you won an Oscar.
Well,
if
I
you're
was
just some
out-
schlub, it's just like, hey, here's a bunch of people who deserve to be here, and then there's me.
Yeah, but I'd like I don't know, make something up about. I'd be like, oh, I'm in the what movie won? I'm in that movie.
Yeah,
Just like a little part.
I'm
but
the Phantom of the Thread. I live under the
I'm the scary
the
thread.
factory. Yeah.
I'm the thread you can't get rid of. It keeps threading its way right into your clothes, sewing its way into your clothes. Is that
causing you to
what
kill.
it's about?
Yeah. The thread,
Or is it about like he's like a designer and there's always this one goddamn thread whenever there's a big fashion show and it's popping out. He's like, oh, the phantom thread.
Yeah, that's exactly the accent he uses too. Maybe you'd be a good successor for.
Yeah, I can do his
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Abraham Lincoln too. 70 years ago.
See you next week.
That was a HeadGum podcast.